Here's a guy. What's this guy? Representative Richard
Ruben Gallegos?
Ruben Gallegos. No, I'm going to play this. He was on CNN, and he's going to say something about not voting for Trump. And let's listen to Carol Costello, how she responds. It's kind of interesting.
Was a veteran and friends of a lot of Ghost Star families. It really is just disgusting for someone to call themselves a national leader but not having the temperament or understanding of what.
So he's talking about Trump's attack on that Ghost, the Khans, right? Their son was killed. He was a Muslim fighting for America, was killed. They gave a speech at the Democratic National Convention. The guy pulled out a dog-eared copy of the Constitution and said, Donald Trump, you've never even read this thing. And Trump attacked them, right? And so he's attacking Gold Star mothers. And that's what this guy's referring to. Okay.
Sacrifice means to a Gold Star family, and then when pushed up against the wall, just turning around and lashing out in a very idiotic and irresponsible manner really tells me one thing, is this person's not ready to be president. And for any politician that considers himself a sane and responsible politician to still be endorsing somebody like Donald Trump really makes me question whether or not they are truly looking out for the welfare of this country.
So that's like one of those things. Makes me question people endorsing Trump. It makes you question regular Republicans like John McCain, Chris Christie, Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell. You don't think those guys are looking out for the best of the country? Come on. The next time those guys look out for the best of the country will be the first time, minus John McCain on that. But John McCain, I don't understand John McCain. He can stand up to the Vietnamese, right? Literally take torture. But he's afraid to stand up to Donald Trump and his base. Isn't that kind of sad? So let's play. So he goes on, listen to Carol Costello here. So this is a veteran saying, how can people support this guy who attacks veterans? That's literally what Donald Trump is doing, and attacks veterans' parents.
Paul Ryan probably will receive your letter and say, well, he's a Democrat. He wants to keep this going for obvious purposes.
Well, more importantly, I want to keep this country safe. And somebody like Donald Trump is unstable. He doesn't understand the military. He doesn't understand our veteran families. He clearly doesn't have the temperament to be president of the United States. And time again, Paul Ryan rebukes the things that Donald Trump says without ever mentioning his name, but yet turns around and continues to support him. And how is Donald Trump ever going to learn to constrain himself, to actually comport himself like an actual leader, when all these Republican leaders are turning around and still giving him the backing and encouraging him to continue to run for office?
So I agree with what he's saying. Donald Trump's never going to learn anything. Nobody's going to teach a guy who's 70 years old how to be a better person. But I agree with everything he's saying about how do you call yourself a moral politician with integrity and still back this guy? So you can't, those are incongruent with each other. Those are contradictory. You can't say you're this kind of a moral, upstanding person who cares about the country and then still give your support to a guy like Donald Trump. Those two things, and I agree, right? And all those things he said. I mean, Donald Trump, the nicest thing you could say about him is he's unfit. That's like the nicest thing, to say that he's unhinged and unfit. Well, he's both those things and much, much worse. Let's see how Carol Costello takes this.
Here's the thing. Senator John McCain came out with a very strong letter denouncing Donald Trump's comments about the Khan family.
But still endorsing him.
But Senator McCain would say, you know what? The voters have spoken. Who am I as a politician to disavow what they want?
Wow.
I don't know. It's called being a leader. Remember when the voters called Barack Obama an Arab and you corrected that young lady or that woman? Remember that? That's called being a leader. So she's completely wrong about this. Yes, there's a time to listen to the people. There's also a time to lead. And the people want to elect a fascist, and we just let people want to elect.
Well, you know what the people did want? The people wanted universal health care. That's what the people want. And you know what else the people wanted? No war. So it doesn't seem like our politicians, when we want a better life, are willing to listen or acknowledge what the people really want. So what is she talking about?
Yeah, so you're making the point, Steph, that the public also wanted the public option by overwhelming majorities. We didn't get it, right?
Right.
They also want out of the wars. We're not getting it. They also want Wall Street reined in and regulated. We ain't getting it. But it's only when the people speak when they want a fascist that Carol Costello talks about what the people want.
Yeah,
Is that that's your point?
Yes, we really need to listen to the people who want a fascist.
Okay, she's got more to say.
It's important to be a leader sometimes and not a politician. And I think Senator McCain is missing that point, and so is Speaker Ryan. This man is unstable. He is unfit to be a
You
presidential
think he's
candidate.
unstable?
She asks.
You really?
Carol Costello, this week's world's shittiest detective in the universe. Do you think he's unstable? This is where she pushes back on.
You think he does? You think he's something that he does every day, all day? That's completely provable by every single one of his actions? What?
Comedy team of Trump and Costello.
That's crazy.
She's a news person. You think he's unstable? Like, that was the one, like, whoa. What? The guy who calls for barring a third of the world's population from entering a nation of immigrants? Huh? You think he's unstable? The guy who said he saw Muslims cheering at 9/11, there's no video. That guy, you think he's unstable? The guy who attacked John McCain and all veterans who's ever been captured, you think he's unstable? The guy who's called a reporter who questioned him, said she was bleeding from her, I don't know, wherever, you think he's unstable? The guy who wants to bang his own daughter, you think he's unstable? That guy. The guy who tells his audiences, I want to punch him right in the face. If it was the old days, we'd have ripped that guy out of there. But do you think that guy's unstable? Carol Costello has a news show on a news network. Carol Costello, that's her big question. Is he really think he's unstable? Let's see what else.
Absolutely believe he's unstable.
Like mentally unstable?
I do believe he's mentally unstable.
Like she got what? Like mental? I was talking about like he had bad ankles, but you think he's mentally unstable? Carol Costello was blown away by the fact of Donald Trump, Jim.
You mean you're talking? He's an unstable element. I don't understand what you're talking about. Periodic table. Where is he on the? What is he? Plutonium?
Is his mass? Is his weight mass less than the sum of his parts? How does that happen? Does he have too many hydrogen atoms? What do you mean unstable?
I think he's an inspiration to people with bone spurs everywhere.
Yes, Carol Costello blown away. Wait a minute. You're telling me Donald Trump is mentally unstable? It's fucking August. This is how Carol Costello. I want her interpreting the news for me. I want her to tell me what's going on. Let's see if there's anything more to this.
He's very dangerous. Who in their right mind would attack a Gold Star family? And not only that, once they've actually done that, then turn around and double down and then accusing a Gold Star mother of not being able to seek because of some weird religious bias that he believes that she had. This is not normal. And for politicians like Paul Ryan, Senator McCain, to basically continue to endorse this person, you're only encouraging that behavior. Not only that, you're encouraging other people within society, a lot of people that are supporting Trump, to actually support this kind of viewpoint.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'll give you the last word. I don't know what she says after that, but you know it's smart. Whatever it is, you know it's on point, insightful. That's why she has a microphone and a big platform in American culture. You really think Donald Trump is mentally unstable? Do you think Chris Christie is overweight? Like physically overweight?
I thought the primaries weeded that sort of person out.
I still am very impressed with Ruben Gallego, who was able to keep a straight face.
Keep a straight face in the face of Carol Costello's ridiculousness. You want to talk about She's a news person. Yeah, your news network that pays Donald Trump's campaign manager money to come spew propaganda. Yeah. No wonder you would be shocked that he's also mentally unstable and everyone sees it. Everyone sees it except the news person. Yeah.